I'm still waiting for the operator. Sorry, I was tired of making a collect call to New Zealand, but the operator doesn't answer it. I tried to make a call to contact my family in New Zealand to tell them the day that I will go there, but the operator won't say.
This man, Eni Taiufu of Safaga village, Western Samoa, with his wife and 1-month-old daughter, will be leaving home forever. He's leaving seeking the bright lights of Auckland, New Zealand, for the promise of employment and higher wages unavailable to him at home. He will leave behind his family, parents, 4 brothers, 5 sisters, and his extended family of 30 cousins, aunts and uncles.
Well, today we are having our work over here in my plantation. So, the in charge of our working is my father. That is my father. His name is Ngali. And that is my brother. That he is now educated at the Samoa college. This is his graduating years in school. It means that this is his last year. And next is my brother. His responsibility is to take care of our family. That is the man that supports some food for us. That is the owner of this plantation. And the next one is my sister. He is the youngest of all of us, all of my brothers and sisters. I know the food that New Zealand citizen eats potatoes. And I think if I arrived here with my wife and my daughter, we can eat that if we practice. Same as the overseas who comes here. There are no taro in their countries, but if they practice how to eat taro, they know how to eat. And they love taro very much.
A Samoan sense of dignity is said to be that if he has healthy children, a neat and comely wife, a house of his own, a coconut tree, a banana tree, and a few pigs, he has intelligence enough to know he is well off. Eni is not the first to leave home, as he will be joining 5 brothers and sisters already established in New Zealand's largest city, Auckland, which has the world's largest population of Polynesians.
I will be washing my teeth.
Eni was a lucky Samoan, employed as a policeman, earning about $40 a week. He has resigned to have time to do all the things required for immigration. He met his wife, Marietta, when she was a 16-year-old high school student. when he let her into a football match without paying. They've been married for just over a year. One of many celebrations retained from the colonial past is their public holiday of Anzac Day, War Veterans Day, a day commemorating when their men were recruited to fight for New Zealand during the last World War. Sufaga village is host to a visiting church youth club from a nearby village. Netball competitions, a feast and fun make a great village holiday. Opposing musicians play, intending to distract their sporting opponents and to assist their teams to victory. Eni's uncle, the High Matai, the village chief, welcomes visiting dignitaries with a traditional ceremony. A ceremony of giving valuable fine mats and money. The mats have taken many weeks to make. Samoans were the first Polynesians to migrate. Thousands of years ago, they made epic journeys to all islands of the Pacific. And 21 years ago, they were the first Pacific people to regain independence after 62 years of colonialism. Samoa, where Robert Louis Stevenson chose to die, where Margaret Mead came of age, and James Michener found Bloody Mary, has today, like most Pacific islands, a crippled economy. Western Samoa is classified as a least developed third world country by the World Monetary Authorities, comparing it with Bangladesh, Ethiopia. The people are not starving, but beneath the lush beauty is the world's highest youth suicide rate, double the next, Switzerland. Apia, the capital, government and trade centre. A town of individual villages, where Eni and Marietta will visit many times to do all the essential things for migration.
All right? Cross your face to, baby. Up. Yeah. Yeah. Baby. Baby.
Immigration to New Zealand is restricted. An annual quota of 1,100 healthy Samoans aged between 18 and 45, with a limit of 4 children, combined with New Zealand government-approved pre-arranged employment and housing, ensures only the young, fit and educated qualify. Eni hopes for a job in a factory, or perhaps a policeman. Their parents have made enormous sacrifices for their education and their ultimate opportunity to join this economic exodus. And both families expect to benefit, sending money home to materially improve the lives of those remaining. The many weeks of bureaucratic appointments and endless forms bring Eni and Marietta closer to their goal.
Right, and you're all set to go on the 28th. Well, I hope it's not too cold down there for you. There we are, all set. Now, you know you need to go to the Samoan immigration office and get your exit permits for leaving Samoa, and then you're all ready to go, okay? Manuelo Malanga, I hope you enjoy it in New Zealand.
Now they are ready to go, except for some necessary Samoan traditions. Eni recently got his Matai title, Maliaga, and within only a few days of leaving, his uncle welcomes him to the village council. Speeches of welcome from all Matai, and the ritual drinking of ava ensures an unforgettable moment, perhaps never to happen to any again. Politicians are elected from this traditional Matai system of rule, chiefs who are the heads of every family. Now Eni is the head of his family. Marietta's parents' home and village is 20 miles away, and her father is the High Matai of his village.
This is my mother, and here is my father. Yeah. This is Eni's safari. My mother saw it, and she bought it from Maurice Hedstrom. He likes it very much. And this is my lava for my puletasi. And this is my top. And my mother saw it too. I love it very much. It's so beautiful with this mark here in Samoa. And this is for my little baby, Bernadette. My mother saw it too. It's very beautiful. And I loved my mother very much for the beautiful soul he made for us.
Kele ku kelo faya oi. La mana bala ka ko. Nga kai nga va o mu ko lu ki wang nang lu ko lu ya oi. Awu mo ko ko o ma u.
My wife's father is a very bad man. That he is a very naughty man. He's a bad man. He can treat me as a soldier. He wants me to do what his daughter wants something, then I can do that. But in our culture, in Samoa, the head of the family is the man. And for sure, the man should be giving order to his wife.
Family loyalties are being tested, and all Samoans idolize their parents above anyone else, including husband or wife. And a disagreement over where they will spend their last days becomes a seemingly insurmountable problem, especially for Eni, having just achieved the status of Matai.
Shouted very loud to me to stop, then I stopped. There was a big quarrel between her parents and myself. And her parents said that if I want to go by myself to New Zealand, that's okay, but they will uphold her daughter.
And he said here, and my father said to him, Eni, come and try on your shirt. And he looked so sad. And my father said, why are you so sad? Every day when you come here, when we came here, you look so sad. And he said nothing. And I said to my mother, I don't like Eni to please show his face like that.
And there's a big quarrel between me and her parents this afternoon. But I was tired of apologizing to them. But they said the only one word that they said. I can do my thing to go to New Zealand, but they uphold their daughter.
My father said to us, it's better for us to divorce if we have if he can't stop looking like that and say bad words to my family, and he just sit and think, and I told him that my parents are right. He's so bad. He do wrong things every time.
Kendele meru kulo ko. Mako pe papa la usi rumah kali. Mako misang lam lai mo ko so la mai. Sampai de makilo lang mo ko. Mako ko la mo bisaw pe me makyo. Ka la ka fa pe me ka pe ayo ko pe ko. Makyo mayam dia ka makyo. Ayo fa ro mo ka kyo le. Wal mo pe me ker mo. O so la ki wala mi makko so la mal. Eso. Ka ko okay, do you know?
Ini saya nak komen foi.
Hã?
Então, most tempo que.
I'm still happy, but I want my wife to obey to myself. My wife don't obey what I said. I have already ordered her, but she don't obey. She loves her parents, and she obeys her parents, but she don't obey to myself. And I hope that I can get another wife, but I can't get any parents.
I think he will come. I think he will come because I want to get there to help my family.
If I go with my wife, we can earn some money for us and send some money to my parents in Samoa. But we will not go to New Zealand for earning some money for my wife's parents. That is what my wife's parents think. I'm still thinking in two ways. Whether I can take some policemen to take my wife and my daughter, or I can apologize to her parents again. But I don't know which thing that I can do, because I'm suffering of that thing.
Okay, lo fai kumalo. Pawal me fulele longa. Pelo molonga le mafu fau. Ilo ma ofo enga ngalo fa ila makamale mo foi. Okay. Okay, mga ofo ye okay lo fai ma okay. Pa fuka pe. Mo skin kikisil mo lo fa kele lo fa. Si silia kia u. Lo afini lo fa no umala.
Eni has come without a policeman, but has brought his younger brother. Marietta can only go if her father agrees. And he will only agree if Eni is able to get his forgiveness. And the last time they met, there was a fight. And the plane leaves tomorrow morning.
Position ma vo be ka fio. Pai eu chu ia mas fa ma ka si le am se me foi. e kia. A whi mai a ki oe au me whai so e kia. O ka oa ho ngini, onu kua ma mawhai lau wharongo. Nanga e ke le mga kumu e kia. E koukara ko e kia ngiri. Wao, pokari kongo, o mea ngi whai a ki oe ngi. E reise mea rea, sira fia le kua o le soura. Au e o alu ka mai, e ranga ki sira fia lo loko malosi malo le alo iyo onga ia. Kau kala me fui ngari kia. O whaka ki oe. Ia, alo whangiere kua wha maa ngalo ia ki oe ma me whaiso e kia. A wai fwela o angi me o wha le konga ia ui a ki oe ma marietare. Ia, wha penga wha maa ngal mai e kia. E poko fo kau kai. A se rea, e poko fo e seanga kau. A lo kan kongunga ngi riko. E rengi me leanga sa o whaia. Sa o whaia mea inge a ki oe. Onga ia le lei. Whakila wa meo ngai ki wha penga. Rea lala ko e se e kau kua ngā maa marita. Malangkama. Ase me whale kongu ia e ongsa. Wha prepare le. Ma ua lai ki kau kala de upu i whape. Olo whasiso o e la kau i o i Nipsira. E o whaka ki oi. E hei le o whaka ki a hoi marita la fo e o ngā inga i o.
Ia e ngā wau as kama giki. Ai whako peangi mea wai lo maha whau a kongu hea o ngā. Hele mea i ka kai whaki ngā ia o ruama ko ainga. Ia lo wha ngalo ko baula wau winga roa. Ai ola ar kanka i whape. Umalawa lo lang i ka pau whape alo.
Kau kangi kala mai ma e. Le ai le o u simpa ko le loko. O ke loko. O mea uma sa o kamu whaia ingiriko. Sa o kamu whai kamu ngaura meo ingiriko. Ilo la wā inga ia mause le leo la ai. Ia rea wai unga o whape ngei ia. Ia rea o wha i alwhangi e la kua e mwhainga me seinga ngā winga. Ia maua o lua se ngāng se ainga ngō wholeme ngō wharwha. Ia o wha kua ingiriko. Ia o oe lava o le ulu la ai. O oe mawai mea le lei. O e hoi o la mawai mea le apa. A e le lei. O la le lei ko ngofo. Le lei o kou i o. So songi mai a mako Samoa. Ai o mea o whaiso o mai. Ia o la whaamanga loa kwe ki orma me o whaia kia.
Their last night in Samoa is with their own families. They will come together in the morning. Annie's family will provide a feast, a special feast with a valuable pig. Pork, chicken, chow mein, lobster, palasami, breadfruit, taro, bananas. An unforgettable feast.
Just the same as Jim Reeves. Yeah.
An orchid from her mother. Last goodbyes to her village. And her father, who has to go to work and won't be at the airport. For Marietta, her first ride in an aeroplane. For any, buttons on his shirt. And a box of cooked food to share with relatives waiting in New Zealand. For both of them, last goodbyes to family and lifelong friends. Some they might never see again. Their future in a new alien environment with strange customs, a cold climate and woolly clothes and different food and people, who will wonder why they came and resent them being there. Samoa will always be home. And they will come home for those special occasions that are of most importance for all Samoan families. Weddings and funerals. Eni and Marietta will start a new life, a new beginning, and more will follow. 60,000 Samoans have gone to New Zealand over the past 10 years, and 50,000 returned. Samoans believe there is a seabird which possesses a long feather in its tail. If it loses that feather, it loses its sense of balance.